Welcome to the Tech Show. I'm Sonia Gavankar, and this week we're going ZeroG, baby. We also have some deals for you for pre-holiday shopping and some gadget tries to take my money. Did I mention I was weightless? It was awesome. I also threw up. All that and more coming up on the Tech Show. Now it's time for the latest. After announcing a deal with Beyond Meat back in February, McDonald's announced that it is set to start selling plant-based Beyond Meat burgers in select locations in November. If you were counting down, the McPlant will be available at 8 of the fast food giant's restaurants, including in Irvine and Carlton, Texas, Cedar Falls, Iowa, Jennings and Lake Charles, Louisiana, and El Segundo and Manhattan Beach, California. Still very much the early stages, McDonald's is positioning the deal as a test of Beyond's patties, which are made from plant-based ingredients including peas, rice, and potatoes. The deal follows similar piloting in a number of international locations, including Sweden, Denmark, and the Netherlands, Austria, and the UK and Ireland, the latter of which launched last month. And now that we're returning to theaters to bask in all the blockbusters lined up from the holiday season, AMC, the world's largest theater chain, is adding open captions to many of its theaters. For those who need captions and for those who just have gotten used to them while binging at home, 240 of its locations in more than 100 U.S. markets are adding open captioning to certain showings. Open captions are similar to subtitles. They appear on the screen and cannot be turned off, while closed captions is displayed on electronic devices that customers must request. The company says the vast majority of showtimes will continue to be offered with closed captioning, meaning it will still make assisted listening devices available at all of its locations. Moviegoers at participating locations can search for open caption showtimes on AMC's theater websites and mobile app. They are currently available for a mix of weekends, weekdays, evenings, and matinee showings, and the company expects them to evolve based on feedback and demand. CEO Adam Aron noted on Twitter that the open captions are coming just in time for the big screen arrival of Disney's Eternals. The film is set to open in theaters on November 5th and features deaf actress Lauren Ridloff of the Marvel Cinematic Universe's first deaf superhero. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Enjoy worry-free travel with the Sandals Vacation Assurance Program. Book with confidence knowing your vacation is protected. Call 1-800-SANDALS.
I know what you're thinking. Why is she in the bathroom again? She already showed us the helmet. What more is there to it? But wait.
According to a recent survey from BuyNow, Pay Over Time solution firm, nearly half of Americans will spend more money this year on holiday plans to make up for last year. Joining us today with some tips on how to help people avoid overextending themselves during the holidays is Ashley Feinstein-Gerstley, founder of The Fiscal Femme. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
What is your number one tip for making sure we don't overspend this holiday season?
My number one tip is to map out your spending and spread out your costs. So actually look at what your monthly spending will be each month before and after the holidays. And by pacing yourself, you can set up a realistic monthly budget. I've partnered with the firm and I recommend them because they offer a transparent way to spread out those costs or pay over time for anything from airfare, kitchen appliances, and gifts without the hidden or late fees that you might encounter with credit cards.
One of your mantras is, what you buy matters. What do you mean by that?
Yes, what we buy does matter. And every time we make a purchase, we have the opportunity to invest in the world we want to see and make a vote for our values. And so during the holidays, when we purchase a gift, we can choose to purchase it from a woman-owned company or a BIPOC-owned company or a company that's choosing to be more sustainable. We have lots of opportunities to make those choices during the holidays.
That's a really great idea. Something we should be doing for people who want to learn more about everything that we've discussed today. Where do they get more information?
Yes, you can learn more about Affirm at affirm.com, and you can follow along my budgeting tips at thefiscalfemme.com.
Thanks so much, Ashley. Great planning tips.
A Vivint smart home system with smart locks, lights, cameras, and more is the smartest way to protect your home and family. But we're not the only ones saying it. U.S. News & World Report named us the top home security system of 2019. Fast Company said we're opening the door to the connected home of the future. TechCrunch even called the Vivint smart home experience magical. Protect your home with the #1 smart home service provider in the U.S., Vivint Smart Home.
And right now, when you call 800-803-1337, we'll install your whole system for free.
Have you written a book? You can become a published author with Dorans Publishing, the nation's oldest publishing services company. Countless authors have trusted Dorans for nearly 100 years to bring their book to the market. Our professional team will edit your text, design your book pages, and create an appealing, eye-catching custom cover. Plus, our authors benefit from a custom book promotion marketing campaign that makes your book available where people buy books, like Amazon and brick-and-mortar bookstores. So make this free call right now to claim your free author's guide to publishing. Don't wait another day. Take one step closer to realizing your dream of becoming a published author and seeing your name in print. You've already written a book, so the next thing to do is make this free call right now to Dorans Publishing and get your free guide to publishing. Call right now.
Call 866-466-6030. That's 866-466-6030.
Welcome back to the Tech Show. So what do Bezos, Shatner, and Gavankar have in common? Well, recently we've all experienced what it's like to escape the Earth's gravitational pull. In my case, it was with the help of a company called ZeroG that travels around the country with a special 727, making this out-of-this-world adventure possible.
A group of our friends did this in New York, so we're here trying it out.
Kenneth, and this is Bucket List.
I'm Ruth, his wife. Ditto.
I really want to drink some water and ZeroG.
This is Bucket List for me. I nearly died a couple years ago, so this is literally the coolest thing I've done since.
But ZeroG is one of those things that everybody kind of has on their bucket list, I think. It's one of those big things. I want to feel what it feels like to be weightless. What is it like being able to bring these kind of dreams to life for people?
Oh man, some of the flights that we do are just great. I mean, we do everything from like Make-A-Wish to, just people that have always wanted to do this since they were kids. So yeah, who could say it's a bad thing? It's a great thing. And really a very, very small percentage gets sick on these passenger
So I'm special
flights.
as
Yes.
Thank you for making me feel better.
Yep.
Tell me the science that goes into these flights. These are parabolas that we do, 15 of them?
Yeah.
And so what are you doing?
So we accelerate. We start around 24,000 feet and we get the plane going as fast as it can. And then we smoothly and aggressively pitch the nose up. And we pull about 1.7, 1.8 Gs on the way up.
Okay.
And then as the airspeed decreases at around 210 knots, we push the nose over. So we break the climb, and that's the point where you start to float, even though we're still climbing.
It was, my mind was saying to me, you are heavier than you are acting right now.
So Martian's a third of your body weight is the way it's broken down. So I'm sure, what did you do, push-ups or?
I just sort of tried to see what it would feel like. I never did any of the push-ups. I was doing more of the spinning in a ball.
Okay.
That was the look I was going for. The opportunity to have all of these ZeroG moments is a great opportunity for science as well. Do you guys do a lot of that in these trips?
Yeah, so about a third of the work that we do is research. We do that with NASA as well as a lot of universities throughout the United States. Most recently, we had Rensselaer Polytechnic on board, I think in the month of May, and they did an experiment with brain liquids and how they move within the brain to try and find cures for Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. So these are real experiments that go to space.
What is the coolest thing that you've had happen during a flight?
As far as experiment or coolest
I don't know. What I
thing to
don't know. I
us?
think I need to start over here. I got to smirk first.
Well, let me think about it. There's been a few fun things.
Tell us, and then we will edit out what we cannot use.
We were training another pilot, and you have to go up with no passengers on board and do a parabolic flight. So I came along to assist in the training, and also had the whole cabin to myself to float around in. So
you had a personal moment of just going through.
It was great.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about you?
So I was going to say some of the experiments and things like there was a biological 3D printer where they're actually printing little tiny hearts.
Wow.
So yeah, and they were testing it on the plane. So they actually printed through stem cells a little heart that would work. And then of course when we came back into gravity, it went bleh. But but it's
interesting.
I don't know if it's in space right now, but it went to space, and it's it's a new wave. So they're going to be able to print organs for people
in
yeah,
space. Wow.
Yeah. So we have all this technology. We have accelerometers, G meters, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Our most important instrument in the front is actually a rubber duck.
Got to have your good luck charm, right?
No, he sits on the dash, and when we get into ZeroG, that infamous G spot, when you're there, he floats off the dash and chills. So, and then whoever that day, one guy's flying, the other guy's working the power. So if we're too fast, the duck will take off backwards. If we're too slow, he goes forward. So if the duck takes off and he just chills right between us, we know we're in that G spot.
Perfect. Perfect. So does the duck have a name?
The duck.
The duck?
Real original.
We've tried that, and it's just the duck.
Well, that's what works. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for an awesome experience. I am so proud I could be one of the lucky few who gets sick on your flights. But thank you. This has been incredible. I'm glad other people can have this opportunity and have the opportunity to do some research before it goes into space.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep, anytime.
Well, I have returned to Earth, and I have the certificate to prove it. Dentists are warning about the consequences of too much sugar and poor oral hygiene. Joining us today is Dr. Maria Ryan of Colgate-Palmolive Company, who is on a mission to educate people about the importance of oral health and its connection to overall physical health as well as mental health. Welcome, Dr. Maria Ryan.
Thank you for having me on this show.
Dr. Ryan, can you tell us more about this health crisis?
Well, oral disease is a crisis that affects nearly half of the world's population. Here in the US, 65 million Americans have untreated tooth decay, and cavities is the most common disease among children. And nearly 50% of adults have some form of periodontal disease or gum disease.
Is oral disease actually a health crisis?
It really is. I mean, a lot of the data that is coming out really supports the connections between oral and overall health. If you think about the kids, cavities can impact a child's physical and mental health, their self-esteem, and their overall well-being. If you think about the adults, there's this connection between what's going on in your mouth and your body, particularly when it comes to gum disease or periodontal disease. So taking care of your entire body really can start with your mouth. So it's really important to know your OQ, your oral health quotient, just like you know your IQ, your intelligence, your EQ, your emotional quotient. Know your OQ. Know about these connections and know about preventive strategies like brushing twice a day and using toothpaste with fluoride and seeking oral care from a dentist or a hygienist.
Where can I go for more information?
Oh, please send your listeners to Colgate.com. It's the #1 site for oral care information. It's a great resource with great advice for optimal oral health, because at Colgate, we believe everyone deserves a future to smile about. Thanks again for inviting me.
Thanks, Dr. Ryan. We have to take a break, but there's more Tech Show right after this. regardless of which beauty trends are in, a glowing complexion will forever remain the holy grail of skincare. There are many different factors like sleep, stress, age, and diet that deter us from luminous skin. We're lucky to be joined by Dr. Alexis Stevens, who is here with tips for achieving healthy and naturally bright skin, as well as expert medical recommendations on what to incorporate into our morning and night skincare routine. Hello, Dr. Stevens.
Hi there, how are you doing?
What are your recommendations on achieving brighter, healthier skin?
So my number one recommendation is to use SPF every single day. Even if it's a rainy, cloudy day, use your SPF. Now, to boost the benefits of your SPF, you want to incorporate vitamin C or other antioxidants into your skincare routine. Make sure you use antioxidants in your nighttime routine as well for your healthiest skin. Every once in a while, go ahead and treat yourself to a good medical grade facial. This will help to rejuvenate the skin, but also yield any environmental stressors away from the skin. And then you do want to use dermatologist improved ingredients. So things like lettuce, lactic acid, niacinamide, and the vitamin C that we were just talking about.
What products do you recommend that help achieve a safe and natural glow?
So for a safe, natural glow, I love the Olay Vitamin C plus Peptide 24 Facial Moisturizer. This is a fantastic ingredient because it has all of those different derm-approved ingredients we just mentioned. So the vitamin C, the niacinamide, and the lactic acid. But it also helps to exfoliate your skin and tackle any spots of stubborn hyperpigmentation or dark marks on the skin. So giving you a nice, even skin tone, texture without clogging your pores, and yields 24 hours of moisture to the skin.
Why is it important to use beauty products that are dermatologist approved?
With so many products on the market, it's hard to know which ones actually will work and yield benefits to your skin. Dermatologist approved products have actually been clinically formulated to yield benefits in the skin and are safe for the skin as well.
Where can we go for more information?
For more info, viewers can go to Olay.com or their local retailer for the Olay's Vitamin C plus Peptide 24 Face Moisturizer.
Thank you, Doctor. John and Kendall Antonelli, owners of Antonellis Cheese Shop in Austin, Texas, are driven by their mission, do good, eat good, which for them means telling the stories of food, working with great producers, and honoring and supporting the tradition of making food the right way through their artisanal cheese shop. And they're here today with us for tips for small businesses to maximize rewards. Hello.
We're so excited to be with you.
How has your business shifted during the pandemic, and what advice can you give other small business owners in light of COVID-19?
Woo! When that pandemic hit Austin, we changed 10 years of business in 10 days. So really, it's all about small business owners out there. Be resilient, be nimble, be flexible. Those are our superpowers. To us, we had two main goals: not to let anybody go out of, not to leave anybody without a job, and to keep all Texas cheesemakers in business. That launched all of our pivots, which most importantly ended up in our virtual cheese tastings, where we ship boxes of cheese to people nationwide. And we come together for a live cheese tasting experience, building community one bite at a time.
How are you using your Capital One cashback rewards?
Our relationship with Capital One started in 2016. We had just come off a really tough year, 2015, looking at ways to cut expenses in every possible area. And the one expense that we just did not want to have to touch was covering our employees' healthcare costs. And that's when we found the 2% cashback card from Capital One. And we've been using the benefits, the rewards, ever since in that way. And in fact, our spending went up so much last year that we were able to add an employee assistance program that covers some mental health benefits for our team. We're both survivors of depression. It's really dear to our hearts, giving that type of benefit to our team.
Heading into the holiday season, what do you wish people knew about supporting small businesses?
Every purchase matters, whether you have 5 or 500. We know that the pandemic has been different on everybody's pockets. So shop intentionally, support small businesses when you can, plan ahead, give us grace. And we hope that you will incorporate a cheese tasting as part of your gift this holiday season. And instead of putting something that's going to clutter a shelf, instead open a cheese tasting box and get your friends and family and loved ones together and build memories one bite at a time too.
Where can we get more information?
Absolutely. So you can visit us at antonellischeese.com online or join us on social media to live our mission with us, do good, eat good. And of course, CapitalOne.com. Go for it and sign up.
Thanks so much. We have one final break, then we're back with Take My Money right here on The Tech Show. Stay with us.
A Vivint smart home system with smart locks, lights, cameras, and more is the smartest way to protect your home and family. But we're not the only ones saying it. U.S. News & World Report named us the top home security system of 2019. Fast Company said we're opening the door to the connected home of the future. TechCrunch even called the Vivint smart home experience magical. Protect your home with the #1 smart home service provider in the U.S., Vivint Smart Home.
And right now, when you call 800-803-1337, we'll install your whole system for free.
Now it's time for Take My Money, where this week we're taking you back to one-dimensional gaming.
The world's first 1D console. In the first dimension, there are no learning curves. All you need is your instincts. Ping pong is just the start. Try Rev and Release, Tug of War, or Cyclone. With even more games on the way. So grab your one-way ticket to gaming in the first dimension with Light Pong.
Okay, what did I just watch? But I will say it doesn't involve sitting and staring at a screen, so Light-a-Pong? I'm gonna go ahead and give you some money. I don't really understand the product, but I'm willing to give it a try if it gets me up out of my chair. Thanks for joining us this week. Follow us at The Tech Show and join the conversation. Tech you later.